What's up, everybody? Andrew here from Elite Onewheel. I'm going to go through a quick little install demo of both the Recon Rail followed by the Flight Fender Adapters, just to give everybody a quick little heads up of how easy it is. So first of all, we've got our Recon Rails here, and I've said before they're made of a 6061 aluminum alloy with a picatinny mounting face. And on the inside they've got a neoprene damper. They come with 4 mounting brackets, and they're currently coming with this rubber handle. It's flat stock. It's very soft and rubbery, so that when you carry the handle it'll torque away from your body. So the whole point of this thing is to provide you with all of this mounting space for things like our Flight Fender adapters. As you can see on this side of my board, I've got 1200 lumen tactical lights. They're super bright. GoPro mounts that also mount cameras and speakers and all sorts of other things. And of course the built-in rubber handle is quite clutch. And I'm going to go back to my old prototype rail so I can do this quick little demo. So first things first, you want to take your mounting brackets and you want to go ahead and get those started. The easiest way to do that is to go on the distal end of the tire, get it up like so, and once it kind of clips in, there it goes. You see how it'll slide around now? That's all you want, right? Get it in there. Do the same thing with the other mounting bracket. Takes a little force. Everything needs to be nice and tight. All right, get it fitted. Perfect. Simply going to line those up. Grab your pieces of hardware. There are 4 of them. You can go ahead and get those started in your rail. It'll help you get all your stuff lined up a little easier. So I like to start with the bottom. Go ahead and get it in. There it is. Alright, just go ahead and start getting those screws started. Okay, good. I'm feeling it seat. Feeling it seat. So, also these 2 ones up top, let them open up like that. Go ahead and put your handle in. Get your holes lined up. Push it straight through. And start screwing those in. And this hardware is the same 1032 thread that we're used to. However, the faces or the socket heads on these are a 5/32 instead of an 1/8 of an inch. Once they are threaded, just go ahead and crank down on them. Rule of thumb: anything I'm selling for these rails or whatever, crank down. It's all durable. There's that. I'll go ahead and tighten down these bottom 2. Alright, once you're done, that rail shouldn't budge. You got the neoprene damper along the inside that's keeping some grip on the rail. Also, the hardware and the mounting brackets are supposed to squish this handle so it serves kind of like a locking washer. So tighten that shit down. No harm, no foul. And also note your mounting brackets here, they go behind those little cable guards that are on the inside of your rail. So anyway, like I said, it's a real quick install. Now you got this nice rubber handle you can use to snatch your one wheel up. It's really cool because it flexes away and it makes your one wheel kind of torque away from your body. So now, just as easy as you put those on, your Flight Fender adapters, even easier. Now make the note here that obviously your Flight fins, here are our Flight Fender adapters, and what I've got on this one is a spacer to help accommodate your Cobra and Kush pads. So they come with it, but as you can see on this one it's much taller, this one's shorter. Spacers, no spacers. I'll send those out with the kits, and the rider can choose themselves if they need them or not. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do an install of the Flight Fender adapters. These Flight Fender adapters have the spacers on them right now that are used to accommodate your Kush and Cobra and other third-party pads that are really extreme, but awesome. So basically you want to go ahead and back off these nuts on the bottom as much as possible. On one, you may even want to take off the bottom of the picatinny mount. Okay. So on the distal side here, I'm going to go ahead and get my picatinny lined up. All right, looks like things are going to go pretty damn smooth this time around. Always go smooth. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this far side. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my mount here. Go ahead and get it threaded into itself. And since we're already perfectly lined up with the picatinny, I'm going to go ahead and crank down on it and just tighten it. So, a couple things to note. This is a 5/32 Allen as well. Crank down, it's got a lock washer on the bottom so that it'll keep that tension in there and fight vibration and prevent those machine screws from backing out. Alright, again, like I said, all my stuff, crank down on it. Not going to break it. No, that's me. Alright, so here's another Flight Fender Adapter set up. And this one does not have spacers, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and get this side started. Get my other side wrapped around. So with picatinny, you got a top bite and a bottom bite, basically. As you can see, I hope you can see, all you need is for your clamps to be on the bottom of that hook and the top of this side, or vice versa. You have these vertical channels. There are screws in the mounting hardware that will go through those vertical channels to help you keep your alignment and fit. It'll also help you keep your gear from shifting forward and back on the rail. So, like I said, tighten down. I'm gonna have to take this one off probably. There it goes. So if you're finding that you're having a hard time seating, shake it back and forth, and that screw will sit right into the recession I just mentioned. And let's crank down on it. Crank down there, crank down here. Okay. Just like that, I've shown you how to attach your rail and then how to subsequently attach your Flight Fender adapters to said rail. Alright, I also get the question a lot, how much do they weigh? Got a little scale right here. Probably can't see the readout on there. Anyway, you have to trust me, I'm not a liar. Dropping it on 12.6 ounces, that's just for a rail. So, you know, round up, you got a bracket. That bracket's 1.6 ounces. So, you know, each rail is about a pound each. So, not much for the performance that it gives you. You know, when you're talking poundsies, you know, just drink a little less water or go take a leak before you get a ride, and you'll be in good shape. So, folks, just wanted to go over this real quick with you. Here's our standard Flight Fender adapter. Attached, well, it's typically just attached into the bracket that goes on your Recon Rail, and of course a lot of folks are rocking Kush and Cobra Pads, so easy fix to this issue is just to add a little spacer. Right, you simply add it like so, line your holes up here, grab your doodad there. These are urethane, so what's cool about that is they're going to provide some, you know, locking behavior to the machine screws here. So, there we are. So you'll notice it's got those things sitting up nice and high, but literally the reason is they got to clear the foot pads that you'd have on your Kush or your Cobra setup. Also, look at my new little red handle, so pretty. Sick, right?